Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo August 30th, 2024. Mercury stations as it turns direct today, ending a retrograde cycle that lasted since the 5th. While this change of direction brings more clarity and less indecision in the future, today can be a transition day. It's not a good idea to rush to implement new initiatives. Take your time. Over the coming weeks, you'll find life a little easier to navigate as ventures advance, motivation increases, appointments happen, and home projects that were left unfinished resume. There's also a Venus-Neptune opposition happening today, and you're inclined to sort out your perceptions of people and relationships in your life. Sometimes, disillusionment gets you to a more realistic and empowering place emotionally, and that could be the process you're going through now. Letting go of an outdated dream may make room for a new, more meaningful and realizable goal. You may be feeling up and down now, mainly due to an inability to know what to believe, but letting go of the need to know can help you enjoy yourself. If someone is draining you of your energy, you may need to consider making changes down the line. Finally, you're ready to pick up the pace once again. Mercury retrograde ends as of today. As our cosmic messenger races through your solar house of home, family, and domesticity once again in direct motion, you will find that these topics are key priorities on your mind. This is a fantastic time to discuss real estate plans or renovations with your sweetheart, especially if this is something you'd like to see happen in the coming 6 months. Use your words and ideas to inspire your significant other, as if rallying them to your big plans and cause. They'll get wrapped up in your sense of adventure. Note that Mercury remains here until September. What do you aspire to accomplish? The last few weeks have given you food for thought. You may have a past aspiration that you wish to pursue at work. It could be a childhood dream, talent, or creative venture. The time has come for you to go after it, because Venus in Virgo will oppose Neptune retrograde in Pisces and Mercury will station direct in Leo. You may feel clear and confident about what you want to do with your work life. Allow the cosmic energy to guide you if you are ready to follow your dreams. There is a good deal of harmony in the air today. Give yourself the opportunity to tune into it through yoga or perhaps some individual tantric practice that you may enjoy already. It's a wonderful asset to have a schedule that includes yoga, because it both calms the mind and tones the body. You need to go regularly in order to receive maximum benefit. You will experience a feeling of heightened well-being. Today will be a day to put between parentheses, a kind of decompression chamber in which you can take stock. Take advantage of it, to sort out things and remember. Try to see what still motivates you and what doesn't help you much in your life. In your sentimental life, get away from routine, look inside of yourself or get some air to avoid conflict. Everything will push you to run away from concessions at least for an instant. After an alignment with Jupiter in your income sector yesterday, which emphasized long-term goals, the moon's final hours in this area highlight what you can accomplish before moving on. With Pluto just 6 days from leaving your career sector and Venus returning to your work sector in 2 days, the moon is enhancing Mars' determination for what you deserve and providing a clearer sense of direction for your efforts. Just as the sun is settling into his early days in your romantic sector and Venus, the planet of love, is just 2 days away from leaving, the moon returns to your communication sector. While an ordinary monthly visit and something that every 4 weeks makes it easier to give your heart and your relationships a voice, with Mars returning next week and Venus returning to your relationship sector next month, this is a chance to take the first step towards more open communication. Our eyes in the sky. Today, as you navigate your conversations and interactions, let your instincts guide you. Trust your intuition, that inner compass that always seems to know the right direction, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. You have a solid foundation of common sense and wisdom within you. Use that as your guidepost. When decisions arise, whether big or small, trust that you're in control and capable of making the choices that best serve your well-being. Sometimes, we get caught up in the details, analyzing facts and figures until we're overwhelmed, but remember that those numbers don't always capture the whole story. That's where your gut comes in. It's the quiet voice that aligns you with your true self and steers you toward the right course. Even if today brings heightened sensitivity, don't let that hold you back from expressing your truth. Sensitivity is not a weakness. In fact, it's one of your greatest strengths. It allows you to approach your conversations with empathy, understanding, and emotional sincerity, qualities that others, especially the women in your life, will deeply value. Have you ever noticed how, when you listen with an open heart, people feel safe to share their own truths? Today, your emotional intelligence can help you create an environment of trust and connection. This is your superpower. Use it to influence discussions in a positive, uplifting way. But while you're out there offering your support and guidance, don't forget about yourself. Your own emotional needs deserve just as much attention. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, take a step back and check in with your body. It's amazing how our physical health is so closely tied to our emotional well-being. Have you ever ignored that little twinge of discomfort, only to realize later it was a sign you needed a break? Today, pay attention to those signals, whether it's a tension headache, fatigue, or just a sense of restlessness. Stress can sneak up on us when we're busy taking care of everyone else, so make sure you're also taking care of yourself. The temptation for indulgences may be strong today. You might find yourself drawn to that delicious slice of cake, a spontaneous shopping spree, or even some other guilty pleasures that are hard to resist. And while it's perfectly okay to treat yourself, be mindful of the line between enjoyment and overindulgence. CE. Have you ever given in to a craving, only to feel a bit of regret afterward? Finding that sweet spot of balance, where you can enjoy life's pleasures without going overboard, will help you avoid any lingering feelings of guilt. As you reflect on your emotions and actions, don't be surprised if some inconsistencies bubble up to the surface. That's completely normal. We all have days where we act out of character or feel more emotionally charged than usual. Maybe today is one of those days where you find yourself more bold, daring, or outspoken than expected. And you know what? That's okay. These moments are part of your unique journey. Sometimes showing a different side of yourself can be liberating, even if it catches others off guard. Have you ever had a day where you embraced your spontaneous side, and it led to something exciting or unexpected? Embrace that energy, it's all part of your growth and evolution. However, be mindful of your emotional intensity, especially in conversations. If you feel a bit of verbal sparring coming on, try to keep it light and playful. We've all been in situations where a casual debate turned into something more heated than intended. Remember, it's not about winning or proving a point, it's about communicating with respect and understanding. Have you ever left an argument wishing you'd handled it differently? Avoid that by knowing when to step back, breathe, and choose peace over conflict. There's great strength in being able to walk away from unnecessary drama and prioritize harmony.